fire is dying. What shall we talk about? Fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demon, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. My name is Rick. Welcome to the Wax Night Basement for the second week in a row. You and I are snowbound inside. Worse than snow. This time it's sleet, it's ice. My yard is covered with ice. My driveway is covered with ice. I have not left the house this evening. Pee-wee, Large Marge did not go on their walk. My wife did go to work, but she has far more guts than me. I'm an old lady when it comes to driving in the winter. So I thought you and I would come down to the basement, wax, rock and roll nostalgia. And today, wanted to talk about being a Kiss fan, the fun of being a Kiss fan, being proud to be a Kiss fan, and no better way to discuss that than to discuss some of the great fans in this community. Thought I would kick things off today talking about my buddy KRAZY. That's crazy with a K. If you have not subscribed to his YouTube channel, it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. You have to subscribe to that channel. This guy is amazingly cool and unique in his fandom. He also is a very unique collector in the fact that his area of concentration in fandom is the first album through Alive. To me, that is so freaking awesome. I mean, how cool is the concentrated level of study to be the first album through Alive? That is so much fun to me. That is so grassroots. That is so cool. And he blew my mind the other day with one of his videos about the very first Kiss poster in a magazine. I won't spoil that at all. Head over to his channel, subscribe, and check out all his videos. He has, oh man, some amazingly cool Peter Criss records he showed, and the one about the magazine and the poster will blow your freaking mind. He sent me this picture, which I thought was awesome because it is very symbolic and very true to his area of expertise and area of fandom, that early area. He discovered Kiss with Alive, I believe, and he told me that he used to just sit and listen to that record and stare at that cover and at the back cover and just imagine what it was like being in that audience. And then in 1977, his mom took him to see Love Gun at the Forum with Cheap Trick. Check out his page, KRAZY, crazy with a K. Subscribe, like, share. Excellent YouTube channel. Next up from my buddy Matthew Smith, who was a guest panelist on Brandt's In My Head, Rock and Roll Over, The Panel Has Spoken. He sent me this awesome postcard from the Michael Myers house in North Carolina. Now, Matthew is a huge comic book guy. And not only that, the man publishes his own comic magazine. That's like Gene Simmons before Kiss, publishing his own fanzines. Matthew Smith does it. I always say, all of us want to grow up and do something cool. Well, Matthew is doing it. And his website is here. It's SaturdayComics.BigCartel.com. And it's Saturday Comics. And I mean, check out the awesome fun of that. SaturdayComics.BigCartel.com. Next up, if you've been on any live streams on anyone's channel or in any conversations through comments, I'm sure you've seen Space Ace Ron. He sent me an awesome picture, and we have a slight like universal connection in a way. It's kind of cool. Now, Ron sent me this picture of Gene from the Raleigh, North Carolina show, and how cool is this picture? Gene on one of those cranes. Man, perfectly centered. Awesome blowing up with the light flares down there and the spotlights and the red. Such a cool moment of the concert. And he also sent me this picture of him and his buddy Andy. Now, I believe Andy was the guy that put on that Peter Criss experience in Florida. Well, Andy was also at the Dress to Kill corner at the exact moment me and my friends were at the Dress to Kill corner in New York City in March. And you can find that on my Kiss The Early Years New York City location video. But man, that's pretty cool. Like, a friend of his was in New York City at the exact spot that I was. We met. This Kiss fandom stuff, it's pretty freaking awesome. And I love talking Kiss with Space Ace Ron. Has great input, great ideas, great guy to talk to. If you ever see him in a live stream or comments, engage him. Fun guy to talk shop with. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a huge Kiss Exposed fan, and one of the most fun moments in Kiss Exposed is when the narrator, he says, "What is this one with the kangaroos on it?" And they go into that Sydney, Australia, Inner Sanctum, Detroit Rock City, which we all know is overdubbed, but it has that beautiful Paul Stanley melody line hook in it. And for years, since watching Exposed when I was 15 years old, I have wanted to own that on CD. So I could listen to it in the car, so I could listen to it on my stereo, so I could enjoy it outside of a VHS or a DVD. My buddy Tony hooked me up. Now, I talk rock and roll every day with Tony. Tony, his friend Aaron, and Brant from In My Head, we all chat rock and roll every day. Well, Tony, at Christmas time, sent me these compact discs of the amazing Sydney, Australia show containing that beautiful Detroit Rock City. He even pumped up the bass a little bit on it. And it is absolutely so fun to listen to down here in the basement. I have wanted this since I was 15 years old, and I smile like a 15-year-old when I play this. Tony, thank you so much. I love talking nostalgia. I love talking rock and roll with you and Brant and Aaron. And man, these are amazing. Speaking of amazing, and speaking of Aaron, who, if you watched my last video, was the guy I met during a conversation about my favorite poster of all time in the basement, the Demon Boot poster. Aaron made this and sent this to me, and this warms my heart more than anyone will ever know. It is a replica of the security pass that Devereaux gives Melissa to grant her access to places that may otherwise be off limits. How fun is that? That is the fun of being a Kiss fan. And while we're on the Phantom of the Park tit, I received this amazingly cool piece of merchandise from Magic Mountain, my buddy Scotty from Florida. Blew my mind. And Scott does a lot of woodworking, so he made this amazingly cool box featuring that Phantom of the Park magazine from '78. And when I opened this box is cool by itself, but when I opened this box, inside was a button that was handed out spring '78 at Magic Mountain for the opening of the Colossus. Now, we all know that the Colossus was not a functioning roller coaster during the filming of Phantom of the Park. It was still being built. It was, however, a functioning roller coaster by the time National Lampoon's was filmed. Thus, it's also in that movie. I have actually rode this roller coaster with my wife when we went to Magic Mountain. So, as an amusement park nerd, and as a Kiss nerd, and as a Phantom of the Park nerd, this makes me smile big time. And one more Phantom of the Park, my buddy Mark sent me this awesome Attack of the Phantoms postcard. Where does one even get an Attack of the Phantoms postcard is beyond me. So seeing this in my mailbox, again, big smiles. Phantom of the Park and amazing Kiss friends. Big smiles. And last but not least, this just in to the basement, brand new piece of merchandise, the Creatures of the Night Double Groove A-side UK vinyl. So amazing. This showed up in my mailbox yesterday from my buddy Dylan in Canada and absolutely blew my mind. I was very taken back by this. This is an amazing piece. Check this out. The actual vinyl side, the A side of course being Creatures of the Night and Rock and Roll All Night live version, and the B side has the band's autographs laser etched into the vinyl. There's Paul, there's Ace, there's Gene, and very cool for the era, the late great Eric Carr. Pretty cool to have a piece of Creatures merchandise featuring Eric. Again, I have never seen this before. I didn't even know this existed, and to have this show up in my mailbox from my buddy Dylan, who doesn't even live in the States, lives in Canada. And I know that's not like an extraordinary thing, but it's very cool that friendships can be formed that far away, that long of a distance, just because we love this stupid band that wears makeup. That is awesome to me, and the letter that Dylan wrote was super cool and actually inspired tonight's vlog. And I just want to kind of give you a little taste into Dylan's fandom. And I asked Dylan if I could do this, and he said I could. And I just want to share this little bit of his letter that he wrote me, because what he writes here, the man speaks the truth. It is everything you, me, Dylan, every Kiss fan, we all feel this, and he sums it up perfectly. Kiss has always meant something more to me, not the merch so much, but the escape, if you will. Listening to their albums still makes me happy. Kiss was something I found totally by accident, or maybe it was luck, but in any case, I can say it's something I found on my own. Their music and message has taught me that it's alright to be yourself, make your own path in life, stand for what you believe in, and everything else will fall into place. And there you go, Dylan Tucker from Canada just wrote the best goddamn ending to a vlog ever. That is better than anything I could ever dream of saying, because what he just said in that letter that I just read was what we all believe. It is this thing that makes it so fun to be a Kiss fan, and I thank each and every one of you who watch these videos, who comment. I love talking shop with every single one of you. And it's not just these guys I mentioned in this video, it's everyone. Anyone who leaves a comment on my page, I appreciate it and I love it, and it makes me smile, and it is the fun of being a Kiss fan, and it is why I am proud to be a Kiss fan. Thank you for hanging with me tonight. Take care. Be safe. If you would like to be a pen pal with me, information below. Let's celebrate the fun of being a Kiss fan. Tonight, let's ask, why are you proud to be a Kiss fan? Leave those comments below. Let's celebrate the fun of being a Kiss fan down in those comments. Don't forget to be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip, pee-wee. She's keeping an eye on you. She's keeping an eye on you. Thank you for hanging with me tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. Take care. Be safe. I will talk to you soon.